In this video, I'm going to show you how I use AI to create the sales copy that has generated multiple 8 figures for my clients, myself, and how you can do the same to have an 8-figure level copywriting skill that you don't need to have been trained in copywriting, but you can utilize the right AI prompting to be able to do this. And so I'm going to show you kind of my thought process behind it. Number one, I got to tell you, most people are using AI the wrong way. And you want to make sure that you can learn how to communicate it. By the end of this video, you're going to know how to communicate with the artificial intelligence to know exactly what to say, how to say it, and how to get the results that you want. And if you watch all the way to the end, I promise you, you're going to have your marketing figured out, what you want to do and what you want to get done this year, what you got to do in the next 6 months, what you got to do in the next 30 days. You're going to have that all mapped out for you very simply, very easily. So let's dive right into it. If you don't have a Chat GPT account, I'm going to tell you this. Maybe you're like, I've used AI before. It's not as good as I want it to be. Can I tell you this? It's gotten a lot better in the last couple of months, and it's only getting better. Artificial intelligence has, it improves almost double. I want you to remember this. It gets like twice as good every 3 to 6 months. And that's a crazy thing because like there's nothing else on the planet right now that is like that gets twice as good. You're not going to have twice as better of a toothbrush or a car or a stove, right? But artificial intelligence gets twice as good about every 6 months. Even computers or cell phones don't improve that much. But AI right now, it's a different type of growth curve in AI because of all of the money that's being spent into it. So understand, maybe you used it 6 months ago, maybe you used it a year ago, and you're like, oh man, it was crappy. Can I tell you something? It's not anymore. And so I've gotten to the place where I was like, 6 months, even a year ago, I was like, we don't use AI that much for stuff because I don't want it to sound bad. Now I'm like, okay, the AI really is a big part of what we're doing because it works and it gets the results. So you got to have a ChatGPT account, and I highly recommend you have a ChatGPT Plus account because it's going to give you access to the O3 algorithm. O3 is the best algorithm that you can use for a lot of different stuff. When we do copywriting, I often use 4O. What's the difference between O3 and 4O? It's so confusing. And this right here is why people don't utilize AI. They're confused by the fact that there's 2 algorithms. There's so many of them different ones out there. And so they would rather struggle than learn maybe how to use them. That's not you, luckily. Unfortunately, maybe 30 to 50% of the people watching this video clicked off and they went and watched a Kardashian video instead because they got overwhelmed by the fact that there's 2 algorithms. But not you. You're watching this, and I'm going to show you how to use it the right way. So when we're writing sales copy, I go between these 2. I use O3 a lot of times to brainstorm and come up with research, and then I use 4O for the final writing. And so that's what we're going to do right here. We're going to start with O3, and let's just say that you are a coach that helps parents be able to reach and work with their kids, and it helps parents to not be so overwhelmed each day. So I want to say I help parents not be so overwhelmed each day in their life, and I have a coaching program around this to bring the family together. Brainstorm for me. And here's the cool thing about this. I actually have a ChatGPT prompt document over at my website. And this is where it gets really kind of fun. Over at jeremiahkrakowski.com, go to jeremiahkrakowski.com. This is me right here. And free AI prompts is right in the top corner here. What my little camera screen is kind of in the way of you seeing that. Let me move my camera to the bottom corner here. Free AI prompts, they're right here. Okay. And this will give you my prompt document with some of my best prompts. And I'm constantly updating and iterating these types of things. So we have right here a master marketing prompt right here. This one comes up with ideas for you that you can use to come up with different coaching programs, things like that, how you might utilize those types of things. So let's just say I'm going to put that in here. I'm going to say, brainstorm for me a complete $997 coaching program in the specified niche. Include detailed descriptions of the core components. And so the AI is going to go to work and it's going to start thinking. This is the new thing about what O3 does. It's a thinking algorithm. It starts to process and think and come up with ideas, and then it gives you the output. So here's a program snapshot, family flow formula, weekly live coaching, implementation sessions, okay? What we're doing right now is we're not necessarily going to utilize all of this, but we're setting the foundation for it to write better sales copy for us. Excuse me. Take a drink of water here. By the way, this is raw and real, and that's how I make a lot of my videos. You don't need to do a bunch of editing and a bunch of stuff like that with them. It's just not even worth your time. And so I just want to encourage you, like, if you're out there making content, you don't need to be perfect with it. You can be raw and real as you're making content. Okay, so this gives us a bunch of great ideas: social media content, YouTube videos, even email marketing, all of that. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to have it build out. Let me see. Act as an expert in online sales and marketing. Refine the offer to make it a lot better and more persuasive for Facebook ads. So specifically around what is marketable on social media and Facebook ads. And I think that that's going to be a big part about it, because oftentimes when we go to market something on social media, it's not as compelling to the social media audience. And so what this does is this is going to overhaul it to be something that's more positioned for social media. The Calm Catalyst system. Overcome quantified hours in 8 weeks. There we go. Okay. And this is coming up with like a lot of different ideas that you can offer and things like that. How overwhelmed are your days? 90-second parent burnout quiz. That's pretty cool. Live webinar story bridge, from pain to mechanism to proof, offer stack, 10-minute calm routine. So this is kind of giving us a lot of our marketing ideas and what we're going to create something around. Again, this is just feeding it into the machine to help us refine what this is. Now, I'm going to use this prompt to help me come up with my sales copy for my landing page. Anytime you're creating an offer, you want to utilize a landing page. I have an offer right here all about Instagram ads. This is sales copy for my Instagram ads offer that people can download. I have an evergreen marketing class right here that people can download and check out. This is sales copy right here. So everything that we start with starts with that sales copy. So I always utilize this prompt as if I'm creating a webinar. Webinars and challenges are still the best way to get clients. We like to automate them and put them on demand. And even when I'm creating a video like this, I still treat it as if it's the concept of a webinar. I come up with my ideas for my YouTube videos with the ideas of a webinar. So let's say this is a free webinar, from meltdowns to mellow, how to slash household chaos by 80% in weeks. Are you sick of mornings that feel like a live action disaster movie? I've been there too. Searching for missing shoes. Okay, this is great. Watch this. So this created this. Make me a photograph to go with my sales page to match this sales copy. I'm going to copy that sales copy that it created, and the AI is actually going to go to work and create a photo that matches the scene that will go on here. Oftentimes when we're creating sales letters, we put photos that match the scene that we're talking about. Okay. Here's some more right here. There's a photo. I'll use photos of me oftentimes. There's a new offer that I'm creating though right here, where if I can pull this one up, you'll see kind of how I do this. I'm going to show you this right here. This one's a brand new offer. It's not out there to the public yet, so we're still tweaking it. This is an image of somebody who's struggling to post daily and get all that stuff going. Okay? So what we're doing is we're generating an image of the scene that matches what it is that you are promoting. It takes a little bit to generate these images, but it's a great tool that can allow you to really go in with your messaging. Then what I do is I'm going to copy this prompt as well, and we want to really dive deeper into what are the pain points, what are the problems, and all of that to process it and go through this for our sales copy. This will be our next prompt that we're going to give it after it creates this image for us. All right, so there's the graphic. It took quite a while to create. That's why I had to pause the video here. But you could use an image like that for your page right there. So what I do now is I go through and I go and grab the other prompts that are on here. And the reason why is, again, we want to feed this information into the machine. When we can feed the information into the machine, it greatly allows us to be able to come up with ideas for our sales copy that work so much better for our offer. So I'm going to feed this one in here now. It's going to give us answers to the pain points and the objections and the things that keep our prospect up at night, and help us dial this in even deeper. Let the thinking algorithm go through to do this. And this is the process that I use for every single offer, sales copy. I personally utilize these exact same prompts every single day, every single week for my clients that I work with. So it's worth doing. Okay? So it's going to generate for us some pain points: waking up behind on schedule, common objections, what keeps them up at night, top frustrations, mindset issues. Here's some headlines that you could utilize: problem, agitate, solution, ADA copy. Okay? Now, one thing that you could do if you want to speed this up, you could just paste all of these different prompts in here, except for the last one, because I want to save that one. And with O3, it'll sequentially go through each step and actually generate all of them, which is really cool. You weren't able to do that before, but that can also speed you up. You could literally go through and grab steps number 1 through 5 and just paste all that in there as well. And it will each one go through and start to generate. Okay, here's our backstory. We used to have to do this all manually. Now with O3, it'll literally do it in one prompt, which is super, super cool to be able to go through and dial that in. And that just shows you the power of how much better these AI algorithms have gotten at what they can accomplish. We have the results generator right here, the outcome generator. This is what I love. We dive deeper into the outcome. Okay. So now I'm going to take all that. We're going to go to prompt number 6. And this is where the sales copy gets really, really good for our offer that we're going to put out there. It's going to do it as a storytelling sales copy that's going to identify the issue and the problem, and it's going to have empathy attached to it. Is a big part about it. Okay, are you tired of mornings that feel like a live-action disaster movie? The alarm blares, babies cry, somebody lost a shoe, and in fact, I would actually do this one. I made a mistake here. I would redo this one with the 4.0 instead of O3. We'll use 4.0 because it's going to be a lot better at writing the way that we want it to write. Are you tired of feeling like your house runs you instead of the other way around? That's great. Are you sick of mornings that feel like a disaster movie? You know the scene. One kid's screaming about socks, the other's crying about cereal being the wrong shape. Your eggs are... I've been there. It almost broke me. I remember after tripping over a backpack, nearly spilling my coffee. This does sound like my morning sometimes. Now mornings feel calm. Breakfast is made and eaten. Shoes are found. In our evenings, they end in laughter, not bribes or breakdowns. From meltdowns to mellow, how to slash household chaos by 80% in 8 weeks. And so that could be for your coaching program right there if we wanted to create that. And this is just one example of how we utilize AI to help us put together great sales copy. In my Wealthy Coach Academy program, I work with you to help you develop your offers, your sales message, to know exactly what it takes to be able to dial this all in and get the results that we want. I'm excited. I look forward to working with you. If you are a coach, mentor, or trainer, and you want to get more results in your business and you want to dial things in, I'm here with you to help you to be able to do that. Jump in, check out the info about my Wealthy Coach Academy program. I'd love to see you in there, and we'll talk soon. Make sure to subscribe to this channel for more videos like this.